The coin you are showing in the picture is a 1965 British 2 shillings Florin coin, a fascinating piece of pre-decimal currency history from the United Kingdom. The British florin, valued at 2 shillings, was equivalent to 1/10 of a pound sterling, 24 old pence, under the system that existed before decimalisation in 1971. The denomination was first introduced in 1849, during the reign of Queen Victoria as part of a gradual move toward decimalisation, though it took over a century before the system was officially modernized. The 1965 issue falls under the reign of Queen Elizabeth II and is part of the last series of florins to be struck before decimalisation. Replace them with the 10-pence coin in 1971, which initially had the same size and value. The reverse side of this coin, which is shown in your image, is beautifully designed and steeped in national symbolism. At the center, we see the Tudor rose, a historic emblem of England, representing unity after the Wars of the Roses surrounding. This central rose are 4 national symbols of the United Kingdom: the thistle of Scotland, the shamrock of Ireland, and the leek of Wales, arranged to balance the design around the rose. The words Fid Def are inscribed, an abbreviation of Fide Defensor, meaning defender of the faith, a traditional title of the monarch, granted by the Pope to Henry VIII in 1521 and retained by successive rulers. Around the edge, the denomination 2 shillings and the year 1965 are clearly marked, leaving no ambiguity about its purpose. This heraldic and floral design was created by Edgar Fuller and Cecil Thomas, and it is considered one of the most elegant, mid-20th century British coin designs. On the obverse side, not visible in this picture, the coin bears the second definitive portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Arnold Machin, which was introduced in 1964 and used on coinage until 1984. This portrait shows the young queen wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, one of her most iconic images. The inscription around the obverse reads Elizabeth II de Gratia Regina F.D., which translates to Elizabeth II, by the grace of God Queen, defender of the faith. Together with the reverse, the coin encapsulates both the regal authority of the monarch and the cultural unity of the nations of the UK. The 1965 florin was struck in cupro-nickel, 75% copper, 25% nickel, as silver had been removed from circulating British coinage after 1947 due to post-war economic pressures and rising silver prices. It weighs 11.3 grams and has a diameter of 28.5 meters, making it a solid, substantial coin in the hand compared to modern 10-pence pieces, which eventually replaced it. This particular year, 1965, saw millions of florins produced for circulation, as the coin remained an essential part of everyday transactions. For this reason, it is not a rare coin in terms of mintage, and examples in circulated condition are widely available. However, it is historically significant as part of the last chapter of Britain's pre-decimal monetary system. Collectors often value these coins not for their scarcity, but for their role in the story of Britain's currency reform and for their attractive designs. In terms of value, the 1965 2-shilling coin in average circulated condition is usually worth only a modest amount, often less than a pound or a couple of dollars. However, coins that are in exceptionally high-grade uncirculated condition, especially if preserved with original luster, can fetch higher prices among collectors. Proof strikes, which were sometimes issued in special sets, are even more desirable. Its real worth, however, lies in its historical and educational significance. It represents a bridge between the old system of pounds, shillings, and pence that had endured for centuries and the new decimal system that was officially adopted in 1971, aligning Britain's currency more closely with international standards. To sum up, the 1965 British 2 shillings coin is an emblematic and attractive piece of British numismatic history. It symbolizes national unity through its heraldic floral emblems, demonstrates the continuity of monarchy through its inscriptions and portraiture, and highlights the post-war transition from precious to base metal coinage. Though common in circulation numbers, it is a must-have for collectors of British and world coins because of its transitional role leading up to decimalisation and the end of one of the world's most complex monetary systems. Its design and symbolism make it not only a monetary artifact, but also a small work of art, reflecting the heritage and identity of the United Kingdom in the mid-20th century. Do you also want me to make a YouTube title, description, and hashtags for this 1965 2 shillings coin, just like I did for your other coins on old gold coins?